Good morning. Well, we're into the middle of March now, and we got a bit of work ahead of us. First thing on our list here is field number 3. They have asked us to do the fertilizer spreading, and I figured I could use their equipment just so that we can stay busy with ours. So, yeah, we're going to let this guy do his thing. We'll let him do his fertilizing. We don't really need to babysit that because we have other things we need to do. Namely, we need to go to our animal pens. We need to get those set up so that we can get animals. We have sheep and pig, I do believe. So let's go over to the pens. We'll see what they all need. We're just pulling up on the barnyard here right now. And already I've forgotten kind of how this layout was, so I'm going to take a moment to just reflect a little bit on how this was all laid out. So I do believe the sheep only take hay. I think that is what we do here, hay and water. And then for the pigs, let me see. Oh boy. So I think we have to drive a tractor with feed through here, and yeah, then the pigs will be in all of these pens. I believe that is how that goes. As of right now, I don't know that we have that much feed. I'm gonna check our bins just to see what we all have. We've got sunflower, we got soybeans, and we got corn. Now let's just take a look at our menu. We have to go through our help section under animals, farming basics. Yes, let's keep going down. Keep going down. There's all of our other stuff. Okay, so pigs reach maturity at 6 months. They produce manure or slurry and slurry. So we can feed them corn, wheat, barley, canola, sunflower, soybeans, potatoes, sorghum, and sugar beets. So we can feed them a bunch of different foods. Your base is corn. Then you add some grain to it, and you add protein by, we have some soybean here. That'd be good. We have some sunflower we could add there, and then we can throw in some root crops. So that's good. We don't need a mixing wagon. That's very good. And as far as sheep go, they're mature in 8 months. 4 types of sheep. And yeah, it's basically just hay. And then we'll be able to collect wool off of them. So that's pretty straightforward. I think we'll just grab this auger, we'll spin it around. We'll go get ourselves a tipper wagon or tipper for the truck, something like that, and let us get started on our chores here. I've brought the tipper box now on our truck. I parked the tank just off to the side, you can see there. We'll probably use the tank for moving water around for the animals. But for now, I just want to grab a little bit of corn. Let's see if we can find our corn here. And I don't know, let's say 2600 should be enough, roughly. Now, can I fit through here? That is the question. Open the gate up and let's see what we can do. If we can't if we can't drive the truck through here, we're going to be in a world of hurt. But it looks like that works really well. But now, can we unload? Yes, we can unload. We just basically dump it right on the ground for whatever reason. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So my thinking, just as of right now, is that we're going to use this truck for this yard for the animals. I'm thinking we'll kind of stick with that for now. Ooh. Just because I think that's probably going to, free up some of the tractors and whatnot. And we'll get ourselves a different truck for doing our grain hauling this year. And I can show you guys that in a little bit. Now, I suppose you guys are probably wondering what I mean with getting another truck. And yeah, so what I've come to the conclusion is because this truck doesn't have a hitch, you know, I can't pull anything with it. It's basically tied down to whatever body you have on there, whether it's the tanker or the box. It's going to become my animal feed truck. I'm going to keep it on the yard, just kind of move silage around, whatever it is. Easy stuff, right? And it doesn't tow a trailer, so it's not ever going to work too hard, and it'll sit around here and kind of do its thing, which is perfect. But I do need a truck that can pull a trailer. As we get more and more grain moving, we get bigger combines, we get more contracts, we do need to have a bigger truck. And I searched high and low. I looked around trying to see what I could find. I'm not ready for a full-fledged semi yet. So what did I find? I found well, it's really a Chevy Kodiak or GMC Sidekick, I believe they were called. A 7500, whatever the case. And they offer this in a short wheelbase or a long wheelbase. So obviously you can have some wheel options, but for me it's the long wheelbase I'm after. It's really nice, and then you have the option for having that hitch in the back, that's the thing I've really been looking for, is that hitch in the back. And then you can get the fifth wheel if you want to pull a semi trailer with it, but I'm interested in this hitch in the back. Mud protectors gives you fenders, whatnot. Obviously stacks, you know, the guy's got to put stacks on there. Toolbox will go, that'll go right up here on the frame. That looks good. You want antennas on the cab? Sure, you can put antennas on there. Glass, you can just, you know, darken the glass a bit, what have you. I think this is pretty dark already, so I'll probably end up keeping it just like that. If you notice, it's a yellow engine, so I'm imagining that they figured it was a cat engine. Rear fenders, if we want rear fenders on there, we don't really. And then the main color, so you know, we can choose some pretty obnoxious looking browns too. It's kind of hilarious, the amount of browns that you can choose from. But I don't know that I want this one to be brown, and I don't want it to be sugar plum either. So, you know, I've been humming and hawing about what color to make it. And do we want everything red on the farm? Probably not. So part of me just wants to make it like a white. You know, just maybe a pearlescent white if I could. I don't know if that's even an option. So maybe this white right here. And then your design color, that's just for if you have extra options. Rims, you know, those you can make them silver, whatever. You can chrome them out. You know, it's $450 for a chrome. And then change this to our standard that we always use. Let's just quickly type the name in there. Hopefully we don't make a spelling error, so we had to do everything over again. And here we choose the Case IH red. Perfect. Looks like the plate is on there. Hopefully properly spelled. And you know, that's good. It's about almost $30,000, but I think this truck will do us really well. I think it's next in line, and this is probably going to be the newest vehicle we're going to be running, because I believe these were made in the 90s and continued on into the early 2000s. So definitely a little newer than all the tractors we're currently running. But the truck is really good. I've tested it quite a bit, and I found it to be very useful. I think we are actually really going to enjoy it. Then to go along with it, because it's just a frame, we have this grain box here. It holds exactly the same amount as the box we have on the brown truck. The exact same capacity. Main color, you know, here we can go 100 different shades of whatever. I think this kind of pale looking red or dusty red, I think is a good fit with a white cab. We don't need to change anything on that. We can buy that for $13, and that is perfect. Other than that, you know, if we want to, maybe later down the road we could perhaps put a flatbed to it. They do offer two flatbeds. You have the short flatbed and the long. So yeah, it's a good flatbed. We don't need it as of right now, but it is definitely something we'll look into in the future. Why don't we take a look at the truck then, just for a second? Looks like we spent about $41,000 for this unit, and it's a pretty good looking truck. I'll let you guys listen to it. Just zoom right in on that nice yellow engine. You can see that he does some shifting. Really good. And then we'll hook up the grain box to it. Tarps open and close, very good. And you can see it's a good sized box. Mud flaps are very dynamic. But the nice thing about it is we can now use actual wagons in behind this. And you can hear a little bit of engine brake on it. So that is really, really cool. I just brought the truck home, and you know, I was thinking, since we have that hitch, why not add another tipper while we're at it? So here we go. Color matched it with the grain box. One extra tipper. I did forget to put the hitch in the back. But basically this tipper is on the exact same frame as this flat deck here. It is 100% identical. It's just got a tipper box to it. But I think this should really help bump up our grain capacity hauling. Grain hauling capacity. Wow. As if I couldn't speak if I tried. My goodness. But anyway, yeah, pintle hitch on a ball. I'm sure it'll work. It won't unhook or go loose or anything. But that's going to be the new grain hauling configuration right there. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun with that. I can't wait to try it out. But moving right back to our animal area here. What I was hoping to do, I was hoping to find the trigger to buy in these animals. And for some reason, I can't find that. I'm not entirely sure what's wrong there. But for some reason, I'm not finding the trigger. Kind of odd. It just says to open the door or crouch or switch hand tool, what have you. I wonder if the trigger will be inside somewhere. Oh, and look, I just found it. Okay. So, let's take a look here. We have the land race. Obviously this is going to be a young one, 0 months. And we have an older one, the land race. And then we have the black pied, which is kind of the spotted. Then we have the Berkshires, and these are the completely black ones. Now, I've raised Berkshires in real life, and I absolutely love them. I find that they're a great pig to raise. So I think just to start off, why don't we go and get, I don't know, 20 pigs? How's that sound to you guys? Beautiful. I can hear them already. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Immediately we have pigs. They're just flopping all over the place. And with the number that we have, this is a pretty big pen, so we got quite a few in here. But some of these smaller pens only have 2 or 3 in them. And this big pen only has 2. That's hilarious. Cool. What do you know? We got ourselves pigs, guys. That's awesome. I'm just checking in with the fertilizer contract here, and I would say they're probably about 60-70% done. This is a massive, massive field. Why don't we just take a look? Oh yeah, they'll be at it for a little bit yet. What we can do, we can just switch this on over, and yeah, let's just see. Yeah, so about 3/4 way done from the looks of things. Our number 7 could definitely take some more fertilizer, that's for sure. I'm gonna take the Farmall Super A here. I believe it's a Super A, or is it a Super C? Whatever it is. Anyway, this tractor doesn't get used a lot, so today it gets to fertilize. And that, I think that should be a good job for him. Get some more hours on that tractor. That tractor has not really run that much. It's only 2.4 hours versus, you know, I got 10.5 on the 560. I got 11, almost 12 hours on the M. Even this one, 2.9 hours on the 970, and 4.7 on the old Farmall H. So the Super H definitely has the least amount of hours. That's kind of a shame. It should be doing more work. So we're going to go ahead and let it do its thing there. A little bit of time has passed, and it looks like the fertilizer contract is just about done. And for good measure too, because we've used a fair bit of fertilizer here. That's actually ended up costing me quite a bit of money. My goodness. But hopefully this is going to pay out in the end. I'm starting to doubt it a little bit for some reason. We better get the payout once harvest season comes around. There we go. What is this anyway? Soybeans? No, canola. And my field here. Oats growing. Very good. Alright, let's see what our payout is. Obviously our field is now fully fertilized, and we're saving the content because that's very good. Always good to save your content. And then down to contracts. Oh, there it is. Completed. And collect 86,000. I think we actually lost some money on that. So it feels like, yeah, the fertilizer came in real expensive. I feel like that was not very well planned, was it? But let's go back up to our map here and just see how far our tractor is with fertilizing. Looks like it's only a quarter of the field is done here. And it's actually not even showing any extra fertilizer down. So I may have to stop the tractor, the old H there, because it's not really doing anything for us. That is good to know. We're spraying too soon. The fertilizer is yielding zero effect. Good to know. Looks like we just got done this green section here anyway. The barley. Well, you know, with the fertilizer contract now complete, with a brand new truck in the fleet, and some pigs that are munching so sweet. Wow. It's almost like it's the end of the episode, isn't it? I think so. I think that's where we'll end things off. Thank you guys very much for hanging around watching. And let's see what we can do next time. But till then, take care, and we'll see you soon.